Hi Capricorn, this is Mary Shiamasha Saluka. Let's see what is your situation as of now and what you need to hear from me right now. Capricorn's out there. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Capricorn's out there. What is it that you need to hear from me right now? The time on my clock is 2 a.m. Something aligning for somebody out there. Capricorn's out there. Your first card is the Seven of Pentacles. So it seems like that makes sense with the 2-2. All right, yes. A very, very blunt message right now. Because Seven of Pentacles speaks about you putting in the work and waiting for something. All right, that something is for the wheel to move forward, for things to work out. Three of Pentacles is like, it could be a work situation as well for somebody out there. This has to do with finances, all right? Because Seven of Pentacles, so many coins, and there Three of Pentacles, multiple coins on the table. So it might have to do with your financial situation. It could do with a job, all right? There's something about you sitting tight or wanting. There is this energy of sitting tight, wanting something to move forward. Okay? And it has to do with abundance. I'm just going to break the deck here. It's like a new chapter with this 10. All right, the wheel card is a card number 10. You're very invested into this. It could be a person also you're invested in, having a long term with this person. Okay? You want things to work out in that direction, for things to go to the next level. Getting married with this person. Whatever the situation, I get this energy of being very invested and focused on wanting the wheel to move forward, wanting that shift to happen. This is your energy, Capricorn energy. Some of you might be dealing with a Taurus energy or probably a Gemini or a Cancerian energy or a Sagittarius energy. Can we have the next card, please? Capricorn's out there. This one. Okay. The other card is a Sun card. Wow. Nine of Cups speaks about a wish fulfillment. Okay. Sun card speaks about new beginnings. And then the Two of Cups. It could be things might work out from the looks of it. Whatever you waited on could be coming through. Or you are, these two cards together speaks about a marriage, because I was like, maybe it doesn't have to be, a financial situation. It could be a marriage situation. Yeah, because Nine of Cups, this is what you're wishing for. All right, this gives you that contentment, happiness. Okay. You're very, I get this energy, you're very optimistic about this, all right? I don't know yet. I could just say it's happening, but I get a feeling you're very optimistic about it. That is why you're waiting on it. Okay? I'm not going to confirm it's happening or not, because I get a very optimistic energy also coming through. Yeah. You really want this Two of Cups to come through. I didn't know they wanted me to speak about the optimism, and for some reason they wanted me to pull out the Two of Cups. This card speaks about, being hopeful, being optimistic. Your head is up in the clouds. I want this. I'm dreamy about this. All right. It's a very dreamy card. So you want this very much. So that's the confirmation. It hasn't happened yet. You're hoping for it to come through. You're hoping for this to, happen. Okay? Because this speaks about marriage, this speaks about new beginnings. For some of you, it could be in regards to a child, but I get a feeling it could be in regards to, merging up. If it could still be a job situation, but it could be a relationship. I'm just going to break the deck here. Whoa. Three of Cups, a card of celebration. All right, so if you might be dealing with a strong Cancerian energy with those two cards, a Leo energy or a Pisces energy. Let's move on. Capricorn's out there. Four of Cups, they did not want me to pull it out. So Ace of Pentacles, you've got the Justice along with the Wheel. You're very stressed out about this, all right, whether this will happen or not. Because behind the Justice is a Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords, all right, very much losing your sleep over this, overthinking it, anxious about it. Too much anticipation in regards to will it happen or will it not? Huh? Will it come through or not? Will that, whatever you're waiting on, will it come your way or not? Too much thinking going on. So I get this energy. You are still in this waiting phase. It hasn't happened. All right? You're very optimistic about it, but I don't think so far it has happened. Because for Cups, you're unhappy right now because you're still waiting. Again, some of you might be dealing with a Sagittarius energy, a Cancerian energy, a Libra energy, or probably a Gemini energy. Can we have the next card, please? Capricorn's out there. There is something which I wanted to speak about when I started the reading. I feel, there might be so much going on within you, but you're very sober on the outside. I don't know. That's a word which came through. I did not speak about it then. But it's a very sober kind of energy, like it's not affecting you. You're not hyper about it. You're not showing it outside. Oh my God, I'm so anxious. No. On the outside, you just, maybe relaxed, but not really relaxed. It's just a facade. Okay? Can we have the next card, please? Can we have the next card, please? Capricorn's out there. This has to do with the Ace of Pentacles, all right? Whatever you're waiting on has to do with the Ace of Pentacles, a commitment or an opportunity. For some reason, it didn't want to come through, but here it is. Ten of Pentacles, I'm telling you, this has to do with the long term. All right, when I spoke about the coins earlier, Ten of Pentacles, it's for, it speaks about stability and security. All right, abundance, financial abundance. So that's what this opportunity is promising, and that is why you are willing to wait for it. Three of Wands, this is a merchant who is waiting for the ships to return. Seven of Pentacles, you're waiting on this Ten of Pentacles to come through because it will offer you. Yes, that is crazy. Because even this card speaks about just hanging in there and waiting as long as it takes. I want this shift to come through, this opportunity to come my way, because this is how things will be if it happens. That is why you're hanging in there. You're waiting for things to work out. Yeah. It could be a work situation. I keep going back. It could be a marriage. It could be a work situation. Maybe for each one of you, it could be, either. Behind the deck, we've got the Wheel. You want this to come through. It hasn't happened. I'm telling you, it hasn't happened. I see it very, it's very relevant within the reading. You're still waiting. All right. Very much optimistic about it because it holds a lot of promise for a better future. That is why you're willing to wait. All right. So if you might be dealing with a Virgo energy, Three of Wands and an Aries energy, or probably a Sagittarius energy. Was there anything else? Oh, Wheel. All right. Can we have the next card, please? Capricorn's out there. Again, I keep thinking about the sober energy. It's almost you're numb. All right. It's like you might be tired. For some reason, you're tired, and maybe the rejections or things not working out is it has come to a point that you are just numb. All right, there is no reaction. I will just wait for things to turn around. Behind the deck, we've got this Queen of Cups. This speaks about the emotions. All right. I get this energy. There is so much going on within you, but on the outside, it's a different story. You are putting up an act. This one, Three of Cups. You're putting up an act in front of others. Three of Cups is like people don't realize you are unhappy. Okay, in front of people, you are happy and you're having fun and all that. But I don't think so. That's the story. That's why I'm fixated with the sober energy. This one, Page of Swords. You might be pissed, okay, because this is the opposite. Page of Swords is a very pissed energy, very vocal and all that. I think you're tired of doing that. That is why you're being mellow. Okay? Something about your energy is clashing. All right. Yes, this is what. You might have faced a lot of rejections. Like this is a person crying over spilled milk. And the Hierophant. Okay? You've lost out on a lot. This is just, confirming what I was picking up. Yes, Sun card. It's like Two of Cups. You're waiting for things to turn around. Okay? You face so much loss and rejection that you feel like things will turn around. There will be a better day. All right? Two of Cups. Because Three of Cups, this is a person who is focused on Three Cups, which is spilled over, but there is Two Cups standing, and there is Two Cups, this is the Two of Cups. So there's something about your optimistic energy coming through. You're seeing the brighter side of things. Something about that. Very philosophical. All right, Capricorn's out there. Here we have the next card, please. Capricorn's out there. I saw the Three of Swords as well just now. Two cards. All right, this is your next card. Knight of Wands. All right. Is the story changing? Two of Swords, High Priestess, Seven of Wands. And I'm just going to keep it back because I didn't feel a strong energy while I was pulling it out. But I will speak about this. Seven of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. You're sitting tight. You're adamant about sitting tight. I think I picked up this energy at the very start when I was speaking about the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. For some reason, though, I think I was speaking about sitting tight. You're adamant about it. Okay? You're adamant things will come through. Knight of Wands will, something will come through. A wish of yours is going to rush forward. All I got to is, I think it's the message. All I got to do is just sit tight and wait for it. Yeah? That is how you're convincing yourself not to be bothered. Because it's almost like I want to say what is meant to be, it will come through. Yeah. Too philosophical. It's like High Priestess. You have this intuition that it will come. Okay? It will happen. My dream, all right, whatever this Ten of Pentacles and Nine of Cups, a wish of yours you're waiting on will come towards you. So I got to wait. I got to sit tight, stand your ground. That kind of energy. High Priestess. It's like intuitively you being asked that all I got to do is just wait in there or hang in there. Some of you might be dealing with a Scorpion, or I feel like this reading has been going on for ages, although it's 15 minutes. But I'm already I'm not tired. It's just, I'm thinking about the time it's taking for this message to come through. Like, how much longer? It's the same damn message. How much longer? That kind of a feeling is coming through. A thought is coming through. Some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio or a Sagittarius energy, a Capricorn energy with the Four of Pentacles, or probably a Leo energy, or a Pisces energy. Moving on, Capricorns, last card. We are almost there. I'm just going to look at a few cards here. I'm looking at the Eight of Swords, Stuck energy, King of Swords, the Devil's energy, Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. There could be an obsession, all right? Like, you're tying yourself down, thinking something will come through, okay, and take you out of this Five of Pentacles and put you in that Ten of Pentacles position. But let's shuffle again. Capricorns, since I did not pull it out, I just stopped to look at the cards. Capricorns out there. Can we have the last card, please? I'm sure all of this the wheel. All I want to know is things going to move forward, and the wheel jumped out within the deck. Queen of Pentacles, the wheel, the Magician, along with the Moon. There is this energy of you don't see it happening, but you're manifesting it, and I feel like the wheel will, the shift will happen. Okay, it's happening behind the wheel, behind the scenes. You don't see it coming. But from the way it jumped out, I get a feeling, yes, there is going to be a transformation within your situation. There has to be a relevance for the reading to come through, right? Because everything else, it's like, I know you're waiting. You're waiting. Then what's this reading about? Is it coming or is it not? It looks like, but let's see. One last card. Capricorns out there. Can we have the last card, please? This one. The Moon again. You saw me shuffling, right? The other card was the wheel. Meal? I'm thinking about food right now. But yes, the wheel, the Magician, and the Moon was the cards which jumped out. I shuffled a bit, and still you have the last card as the Magician. The Moon is coming through to assure you something is happening behind the veil, behind the scenes. You don't see it coming, but I feel like earlier it was a wheel. Now we have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a card of celebration. Whatever you're manifesting, whatever you were waiting for, it is already in works. Okay? It's like the wheel is already turning. You will be celebrating this. I'm just going to break the deck here. Some of you might be dealing with a Cancerian energy, a Gemini energy, or a Pisces energy. Just one. King of Pentacles, that's your energy. All right. An earth sign. It could be a Taurus, or you will be in this position. All right. This is somebody who's financially, if I'm speaking to a male energy earlier, when these cards jumped out, the Magician, the wheel, along with the Moon jumped out, there was a Queen of Pentacles as well. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, and we have the King of Pentacles. I think it has to do, it has something to do with your financial stability in this world. All right, a transformation is happening within your financial status. And that's about it. I get a strong energy. You will celebrate. Can you give me a confirmation? 19 minutes, just one more minute and we'll be done. Can you give me a confirmation on this one? This one. See, Three of Pentacles. There will be talks, but Three of Pentacles, it is going to work out. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Seven of Wands, so much conflict situation. All right. If it's a work situation, but the wheel of fortune again, that is a double confirmation for you. Things will move forward. There might be conflict. All right. People might not be on the same page, but the wheel is going to turn around for you. Yeah, Nine of Swords, you're stressed out. You're stressed out. You need to chill. All right. Queen of Cups, very, very invested into this. Okay. If it happens, just let me know. You can just come back like 3 months from now, or next week, or whenever it is. Just come back to the same video and put a comment on it. I will see for sure. That's it. I wish you the very best. This is Marishi, your charge to look. Until next time. Bye bye.